Welcome to The Throwdown. We are a podcast celebrating the art and sport of professional wrestling. We feature live stream chats with wrestlers, promoters, and others involved in the industry. I'm your host, Matt, and tonight is Episode 208, and our guest is North Carolina-based wrestler Saint Julious. Julious has been wrestling for around 3 years, trains out of Firestar Pro Wrestling under the great LeBron Cozone, and is a fixture on the scene in the Carolinas. So, without further delay, let's throw down.
It's showtime, folks!
Throwdown Nation, we are live. It is a Monday night. We are rolling on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter/X, Facebook, and Twitch. It is episode 208 of The Throwdown, where we celebrate the art and sport of professional wrestling with a strong focus on the indies. I'm your host, Matt, and today we are throwing down with a wrestler based in North Carolina who is making a big splash on the scene. My friends, welcome with me to the show, the one and only Saint Julious. How you doing tonight?
I'm excellent, brother. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I've definitely been looking forward to this one. And, for those of you that are watching live, let me direct your attention to the ticker that's running on the bottom of the screen. That contains all, or at least most, of Julius's social media accounts along with mine. So do us a favor, if you aren't a follower or subscriber, take the time to go to each of the platforms and do so. It definitely helps both of us. And also, for those of you watching live, if you have any questions or comments, just throw them in the chat, and we'll either handle them as we go or do a little Q&A at the end. And we've already got some people showing up. Missy Long, the Masked Menace mom, is in the Instagram chat. We've got the Wild Side Wrestling Podcast joining us, and Keith Andrews Media. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first and really the most obvious question, and that is, how long have you been wrestling?
I'm currently in my third year right now, going 3 years strong.
Gotcha. So who actually trained you, or is training you?
LeBron Cozone down at Firestar Pro Wrestling.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, I actually saw the news over the weekend that he's gotten signed with MLW.
Yes, sir. Yes, he did.
Man, that is awesome. I've heard. I have not actually met LeBron, but I've heard incredible things about him, and it sounds like a very deserving development.
Very deserving. I know he did have a tryout with WWE recently as well, and we were all kind of, holding breath and, are you gonna? But I'm just happy that he's happy, with how life is going and where he's gonna be ending up. But,
Absolutely. So, in the early stages of your wrestling training, what would you say was the most challenging aspect of professional wrestling for you to wrap your mind and body around?
Honestly, just understanding wrestling, going from watching as a fan, and then stepping in the ring and learning how to not only move your body around the ring, but how to engage the fans while you're getting stomped down, beat down. Can you find that fire and get up and fight back? So it was culture shock. There we go. Such a culture shock of sitting there and like, oh man, I bet that hurts, to stepping in there and like, oh,
and finding out, yes, it does.
like, this feels terrible. Why would I want to do this? Like, why would anybody want to do this? And now I love what I can't even see myself outside. So I love it.
Got you. So, did you come to wrestling with an athletic background? Had you played sports? Had you done any other type of martial arts prior to this?
So it's funny that you asked that because I was just thinking about this the other day. How like without even thinking about it, my life has kind of built me up to being a pro wrestler without me even thinking about it. Sports wise, I did track. I never ran. I hated running. Still do. Uh, I was a shot put and discus thrower. So that taught me a lot of explosivity and just how to control my movement as fast as I can, but also shooting it in a tunnel vision like perspective. Parkour, gymnastics. Love, I love, I just love the movement of body, if that makes sense. Like I love backflips. I love front rolls. I love how a person can twist their body multiple times and still land on their feet. Like it, something about that was just like, I wonder if we can adapt this and then use it elsewhere. But it's just funny how life just adds up.
You know, life will take you some really cool and unexpected directions if you let it.
Mhm. Mm.
Yeah, it's life is cool that way.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, man.
Um, but yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned the shot put and discus background because that's the kind of where Obafemi came from.
Oh my
He
god,
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oba, oh my god, I would love, as foolish as it sounds, I would love to get in the ring with Oba one day.
Y-
Um,
you know, the sky is the limit with that guy. I mean, he
oh
he he
yeah.
checks all the boxes. I
every
mean,
every box every box and for him to have the athletic background and then transition into pro wrestling and then adapt it and then to build a love for it, it's just he's exactly where he needs to be. He's exactly where he needs
yep,
to be.
for sure,
Mm.
for sure. And another guy, with you being from North Carolina, man, Javon Evans is
Oh,
just tearing it up. I mean, absolutely loves seeing
mm.
that kid taking the world by
Oh.
storm.
It's almost surreal in a sense, knowing Javon before he got signed.
Yeah, Jay Malachi.
Oh my that's a different human being, man.
Yep.
Jay Malachi and Javon Evers are two different people, but still like the same hard worker. And I talk to him from time to time, and I'm always telling him, like, man, you understand that you're changing the game, right? You understand that you're not only building your legacy, but like inspiring so many people to
Yep.
not only work harder, but to show out even more. Like, oh,
And
it's ridiculous.
to be that young but have that many years in the business already is just insane. I
Like,
mean,
he's not even hasn't even cracked 23 yet. Hasn't even
I
cracked
know.
23, and yet has like almost the wrestling IQ of like a 50-year-old man. Like
Yeah, it's wild.
his is when he gets in his 30s, it is, oh man. I'm
Oh
almost
yeah.
scared. I'm almost scared because I know how good and how night and day he is now to where he'll be then. Oh man.
And absolutely, and it it actually cracked me up that that tag match that he had with Leon Slater
Mm,
against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, because I was sitting there thinking, the combined ages of him and Leon Slater, he's
but
still are still younger than AJ
this
Styles. I mean, yeah.
God, what life is crazy, man.
It
Life is
is. It
insane.
is. It is. So, I'm presuming, based on your early comments, that you've been at least a fan of this stuff the majority of your life. Is that pretty accurate?
Who, brother? Yeah, that's almost an understatement. I always tell this story to everybody about how I got into wrestling or just the
Okay.
origin. When I was younger, living in New Jersey, my father told me that he was watching me one day while my mom was at work, and I was crying. He didn't know what was wrong, baby things. and he just laid me on the bed, and he was scrolling through TV.
Mm-hmm.
As he was scrolling, he scrolled upon WCW Nitro,
Nice.
and while he was scrolling, he said, I was crying. I looked up, I was engaged, and I stopped crying. But he didn't pay it any attention. He was like, he didn't want to watch it. And so he had turned the channel. I started crying. He flipped back. I shut up. So honestly, from then forward, I started watching, got the dolls, got the figures. Man, I have a at the time it was like life size, but it was only like I want to say about 3-4 foot tall Elmo, old school Elmo doll, life size.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was my tag partner for the longest time. Suplexes, I'd frog splash him off of my dresser.
Nice.
Had ladder man. Oh man, I was a backyarder in my bedroom. Like, it was the greatest time of my life. And then I transitioned. Obviously, I went from WCW to WWE, or at the time WWF, and it was like, obviously it was still wrestling, but it was just such a contrast to WCW. Had the cruiserweights, NWO, P, and then you switch over. You got Austin, Rock, you got DX, you have Undertaker, Vince McMahon going crazy, and I'm just like, there's more to there. Do they know about each other? Like, and like being, and before understanding like how, you know, some promotions would like to stay in their own little bubble and not acknowledge anybody else and all that. I was like, do they know about each other? Like, does Undertaker know that Goldberg can like spear him in 3 seconds, and like he can be like, do they know? And so that kind of curiosity just kept me more intrigued, because I was like, wow, I wonder if we'll get a crossover. And then 2001 happened, and
Yep.
yeah.
You got your crossover.
Oh, brother, did I.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. I was so young, I didn't know. I didn't know. God.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm an older guy. I've been a fan since I was around 11, and I'm 56 now. So I've been following the business for 40 plus years. You know, kind of grew up in the territory days.
Yeah.
You know,
beautiful.
It's been a cool run because I've gotten to see a lot of important moments in the modern era of the business as they happened, rather than retrospectively. You know, like I got to see the Monday Night Wars start to finish, you know, the rise and fall of ECW, you know, all of that. I mean, it's been a cool run. And, you know, but, you know, with the rise of the indies and everything, I've got to say right now is actually one of the most exciting times to be a fan, because there is just so much content. I mean,
oh my God, every week.
And so much good content. You know, that's
so good. So good. And it gets overwhelming at times because you want to catch up on it all, but like, you're like,
there aren't enough hours in the week.
I miss this House of Glory show, but oh no, New Japan's running, and then WWE, and then and now I'm just sitting here just looking at clips, and then I'm like, oh man, I wonder how that match looked. Oh, sorry, WWE's got another show. Oh, AEW's got a show now. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
I'll catch up never.
So, what was your first live show as a fan? What do you remember what the first live show you went to was?
Yes, I do, and it's funny that you asked that.
Okay.
Go ahead. My very first live wrestling show was in Clayton, North Carolina, and it was a Koloff tag team tournament at the promotion NCWA. I remember sitting front row. The champion at the time was Buff Bagwell.
Nice.
He had a match against, I want to say, Jackson Riker. Jackson Riker at the time.
Yeah.
Good match. Great. Just especially seeing Buff Bagwell come out with the hat and the shtick.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and the fact that he was champion and the crowd just loved him so much, and I'm like, man, seeing it on TV does not do it justice. Like you have to be front row, not even front row, just be in the crowd, just engage. Just it's almost an outer body experience. Like it's so good. But I say all that to say, that tag team tournament was my very first wrestling show. Now, 10, 13 years later, I become a pro wrestler myself, and I go to that very same promotion, and I am now currently the Heart of Carolina champion at that same promotion.
what a cool full circle moment.
Love it. Love it.
That's beautiful, man. That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. I didn't know that I was winning it at the time. I had a match against Chris Young, another indie wrestler around the Greensboro area, and we just had a great match. And then toward the end, or not even toward the end, toward the beginning, we just came out, all da, and then they're like, yeah, so this match is for the brand new Heart of Carolina Championship. I looked at him, he looked at me, both of our mouths just dropped. We didn't know what was going on. Match ensues, I end up winning, and as soon as I just get like a piece of like quiet or just by myself, I just broke down. I had to. Because like what a full circle. My very first wrestling show, and now years later, I'm a pro wrestler.
Yep.
They go back to that very same promotion and they say, hey man, you're good enough to be our champion.
Yeah. You know, the universe was paying it forward to that
brother.
kid, that kid that was you. And I mean, you know, moments like that are what I love about pro wrestling. You know,
That's
the
why I
little
do it.
details,
That's why I do it.
man. So, you know, I mean, obviously the physical side of this is all extremely important. So tell us a bit about your gym routine, and in your mind, what would be the most crucial exercise or group of exercises for you as far as keeping in ring shape?
All right. I'm a huge, I mean huge, lover of fitness. Excuse me. My routine, I've actually switched up multiple times all the time because they ask me, "Oh, what are you doing now?" It varies. Recently, I've been inspired by Diamond Gym in New Jersey. Their workout regimen is just more so on mind over weight, if that makes sense. Just pushing through, like just understanding that if you can't get through this, then you know what's really going to hold you back when it matters. And so I've just brought that philosophy into my workouts. So I'll genuinely try to do at least, I know this is going to sound crazy, I'll genuinely try to at least do about 100 reps of every workout I do. It's only about four to five workouts, depending on the day. Squats, bench press, single leg Bulgarian squats. I preach this to I preach this to everybody. If you want to improve on your knees and just overall leg strength, single leg Bulgarians. You can add weight whenever you're feeling like no weight is too easy. But please, single leg Bulgarians will be your best friend and pay you back in the long run. But yeah, fitness is hands down like the top of like my wrestling, I guess, checklist, or gotta stay in shape. Have to stay in shape.
Absolutely. So Saffron Gear 1 has joined us on the Instagram chat and says that you're one of his favorites.
That is my beautiful gear maker. She is I recently found this out like a couple months ago. She is the daughter of Too Cold Scorpio, who is
Really?
a wrestler.
Oh,
I
yes.
study religiously. I love Too Cold's work, and the fact that I'm blessed enough to have his daughter make my gear is once again, the universe is just coming back full circle for me. I love it.
Absolutely. So just kind of a random question here, and this is kind of out of left field, but there's a reason. Are you a coffee drinker, sir?
Am I a coffee? Occasionally.
Gotcha. Well, the reason I'm asking is we're actually about to do a short segment promoting our sponsor today, a company called Blackout Coffee. So we're gonna give them a little love right now, and then we'll get back to the show.
By all means.
Throwdown Nation, those of you who have been around for a while know that we have a long-standing partnership with Blackout Coffee. For the longest time, we had been looking for a company to get into an affiliate partnership with, a company that makes a great product, but also a company that has similar values to those that we hold dear. At the Throwdown, we try to keep ourselves well caffeinated, and we ran across a tremendous company and found that Blackout Coffee really checked all the boxes we were looking for. The coffee itself is produced in Florida, is typically roasted, packed, and shipped within 24 to 48 hours after an order is placed, so freshness is a top priority. The company is also rooted in traditional American values, and here's the really cool part. If you like flavorful coffee from a top-notch company, along with the potential to help us here at the Throwdown to offset production costs and upgrade certain things, shop Blackout Coffee using the QR code on the screen, and we will get a small commission on anything you happen to buy. They have whole bean coffee, ground coffee, instant coffee, and K-Cups available, along with a complete line of apparel and other merchandise for your coffee needs. You can also use the coupon code THROWDOWN20 to get 20% off your first order. So, back to the grind, so to speak. So, away from wrestling, what are some of your other hobbies and interests?
I've recently around the area, I found a nice little hiking trail. So I've been hiking, well, obviously not recently, it's been cold, too cold.
Scorpio?
Oh my God.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Good one. Hiking, obviously lifting weights, photography. I've really started getting into photography lately. I just got me hold on.
Okay.
One of these little Polaroid Insta-X cameras.
Nice.
They give out little small Polaroids. Yeah, man, I've just really been, I don't know, just been in a capture the moment type of feel lately. Roller skating. I am a huge fan of roller skating. I actually try to go every Sunday that I'm not if there's no wrestling to be had, I'm skating. And what else? Honestly, man, when I'm not when I'm not traveling to a show, I'm usually at the ring. If I'm not doing any of my extracurriculars, gym, I'm a big dancing fan too. That's a whole nother lifetime ago. But yeah, man, I just trying to perfect my craft. Always in the ring, trying to see what's not been seen, or if so wrestling's a revolving door, so I can't say what's not been seen, but just reinvent the wheel in a way you haven't seen it before. So
Yep. Absolutely. So, we're mostly a wrestling-related show, but we do dabble a little bit into pop culture, and I'm always looking for recommendations. So,
Okay.
by any chance, are you watching or listening to anything cool right now?
Oof. Okay, hold on. Listening. I have been listening to J. Cole's new latest album. I've been listening to that a lot. It's been very motivational. Very motivational.
So
Watching wise,
you've got that on repeat right now, huh?
yes, sir. Yeah. The gym hates to see me when I walk in. Let me see. Pop culture was watching. Man, I'm trying to do better with this because I'm trying to just see more, but I haven't really watched any shows like that. I'm usually on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I'm either watching wrestling, I'm watching something nature wise, or I'm watching like a top 10 this, or gosh, what's a good one I saw the other day? Oh man, it was something very like just out the way. Something about like something about fast food, but it's just documentaries. I'm a documentary person.
Mm-hmm.
Just love long watches. I can
Oh yeah.
sit there just watching. I just got something going on in the background, whether I'm reading a book or just scrolling through messages and talking to different bookers or things of that nature.
Right.
And so, yeah, man, nothing real like viral or pop culture.
That works though. So another outside of wrestling question, and that is outside of wrestling, what person inspires you the most and why?
Oof. Outside of wrestling. Um, Outside of wrestling, I'd have to say, honestly, my parents. Um, Seeing how hard they work, and giving to me, when they have nothing to give, and so fuel to the fire, baby, fuel to the fire. That's why I push so hard. That's why I work out so hard. Got to do it for them. It's my way of saying thank you for putting up with me for all these years. Let me pay you back.
Well, it sounds like with them alone, you have an amazing support system.
My support system is honestly ridiculous. Whether it's family, friends that I made in wrestling. I have friends who were signed in WWE, AEW. I've met so many people I've watched over the years
Mm-hmm.
become like not only like kind of mentors, but just instilling their wisdom down to me. It's just so, and everybody just believes, the fact that everybody believes in me. That's
Yeah.
God, yeah, yeah. It's kind of overwhelming at times because when you have those down days, you're like, oh, I disappointed everybody. Oh man, I'm not living up to what they are. Blah blah blah. But man, the next day I go out there and I hit it out the ballpark, and now it's oh man, that was better than you did last time. Da, 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 da. And now my downtime didn't even matter. So
Yep. Yep.
so
So, they say that the best wrestling personas usually end up being basically yourself turned up to 11. So tell us a bit about in-ring Saint Julius and kind of compare and contrast him with everyday you. And tell us how the persona has evolved over time.
whew, oh man, the persona. In ring Saint Julius, I am God's right hand. I'm there to handle business. You understand? I'm there to lay it down, but also lay hands on you. Amen. Um, me
I dig
outside
it, man.
me outside the ring, man. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of funny. Outside the ring, I'm quiet. I'm to myself. But I'm there when you need me. I'm always there with advice if you're going through something. Fortunately, unfortunately enough, I've been through so much in life that I feel like I can kind of have a perspective from a lot of different, scenarios. And so people come up to me all the time and just ask me questions or just Um, Sometimes they just want to vent, and that's the beautiful thing about it. Like in the ring, I'm handling work, getting my showing off when I need to. But if you punch me, I'm gonna punch you back. I'm gonna just pray for you before I do it. But outside the ring, that's kind of where like the true saint comes in. Like I'm not boasting about what I do. I'm not like trying to I'm not trying to like mainly do it for money. Like, yes, money is helpful, cool, but I'd rather just see you be in a better state than you came to me in. You understand? And so
I do.
it's 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 just as rewarding outside of the ring as it is inside. Um Man. Now that I'm like breaking it down and looking at it from like both sides, it's like, wow, yeah. In the ring, Saint Julious, I'm giving you that ferocity, but outside the ring, I'm lending you my ear. Man, ooh, that kind of hit. Uh, Funny enough, there was a moment in life where like my faith kind of like concreted itself.
Hmm.
Um, when I was younger. Ooh, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever like told this story. I haven't said the story in a while.
Tell it, my man.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so when I was younger, I was living in Jersey,
Hmm.
Newark, New Jersey at the time. That's my home. You can people can say what they want. I understand New Jersey is New Jersey, but that's my home. I will always have love for it. There was one time me and my aunt, some family, and some friends. We were all at our church that we always go to, Shekinah Glory Church. And so how it is walk, and then there is a gate, and then through the gate you go through the church, or leads you to the church. And
Hmm.
so one night we were having Bible study. Great night, lots of fun. Everybody was in high spirits, high laughs. And as we were leaving, we, we didn't know at the time, but um, there was a gang that was living, because there was houses along the sidewalk in a kind of tight kind of area, almost like how New York is congested in that sense. And so we didn't know that there was a gang living on the right side strip of the church. So as we're exiting out through Bible study, laughing, blah blah blah, we open the gate and we're all leaving to go to our cars. They had a rival gang at the time speed down the street and do a drive by.
Hmm.
And so, man, I just remember. Well, I mean, I kind of remember everything. I remember walking. We're all laughing. We're walking down. Um, one of the ladies grabs and opens the gate. Takes two steps. We're all starting to approach, and all you hear is skirt. Cars flying down. We're all like, "Oh, okay, what's going on?" Um, are you fireworks? Pop, 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 left and right. We obviously don't know what's going on. Everybody's going into a frenzy, pulling people back inside the gates, closing the gates, running down. People were laying down on the ground because, like, as I don't want to. I mean, it's almost kind of in a sense desensitizing. Like, grew up in, but it's kind of that's just how it was.
Hmm.
In certain situations like that, you don't have safety you can get to. You just get down and just pray. They just pray. Um, and so everybody's ducking and dodging. We're all running back into the church and everything. And I just remember us just sitting there praying. Like, obviously,
I've lost your audio.
are we back? Are we good?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, good, good, good. So like I was saying, we were just sitting there praying, and literally as soon as one of the ministers stops the prayer, everything stops. And I know you could just chalk that up to good timing and, oh, this, that, and the third, but in that moment, everything just felt right. We're all terrified, said a good prayer. As soon as we were done, we were good again. And so that just kind of pounded in my head like, okay, whatever you're going through, chaos is on the outside, be within, pray. Everything will be all right. Years later, I'm pretty sure it's been working pretty fruitfully. So, yeah, man.
God is good, man.
All the time.
Yep, all the time, God is good.
God is good. Yes, sir.
So, tell us about your very first match. What was it like? How did it go? What were your thoughts? Tell us about the first one, and then we've got a piggyback question off of that one. But go ahead and tell us about your first match.
Okay.
I can tell there's a story because you're grinning.
Oh man. My very first match was 2023 at Fire. We were at Firestar Afterburn. We were just getting into filming Afterburn, just getting the hang of it. Not like the monster that it is now. We love Firestar Afterburn. If you haven't come out to go see one, quick little. If you haven't come out to Greensboro, North Carolina, and you haven't sat down for a Firestar Afterburn, please bless yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Firestar Afterburn, it was my very first match against Elliot Shock, a man that I'm very familiar with now. Elliot is hands down one of the best in North Carolina, in wrestling in general, and he's only getting better. We were having a match. I was firing up, getting my comeback on him, and he was sitting there looking nice and just very hittable. And I was going back and I hit the ropes, and the ropes hit me because I didn't grab the ropes, and I shot right through. There's footage. I think I posted it on my YouTube. If not, it's on Firestar Pro Wrestling's YouTube. But yeah, man, I hit the ropes. I'm going for it. I just shoot through. The rope slaps the back of my neck. I immediately fall. Everybody just goes in out. Just and then without thinking, because I always remember this great advice I got from, I want to say it was either my trainer LeBron or it was Rob Killjoy when I went to one of his seminars. Keep going, like keep moving. If anything ever happens, just keep going. And so the rope smacks the back of my neck. My neck's on fire. I'm laying there. I'm like, oh, this isn't right. Without missing a beat, I grab the bottom rope, I kip up, and I give him a great clothesline. Crowd goes, oh my God, it was good times. I lost. I did lose that match, but God, what a great memory. And I genuinely hold that. That's such a core memory. I hold it to me now. No matter what, keep going. Like whatever you had planned, cool. I'm glad you had it planned. But things don't always go the way we want them to. What are you gonna do? Keep going.
Yep. And you know, those are wise words for anything you do in life too.
Yep.
I mean, just keep going. Just keep going.
Have to.
So piggybacking onto that question, you know, in the 3+ years you've been doing this now, what is your favorite match that you've been a part of?
That is
it's probably question. Hard to narrow it down.
So, man, it's crazy that man, in the 3 years that I've been wrestling, that I've had the fortunate opportunity to have such great matches. Man. Okay. For the longest time, my favorite match was a boxcar slam master match between myself and Grant Watts for the Southeastern Championship. And then it was my once again Southeastern Championship match against TDT, which was his retirement match. That match means so much to me, not just because it was his last match, but you know, just the story that we built up. That was our biggest show of the year at Wrestle Revival, and it just everything just fit into place. Funny enough, we were having lighting issues the match before, then my match came, the lights came right back on, so I knew what time it was. I knew I had to go crazy, and it was definitely a night to remember. But right now, my favorite match is a match against Elliot Shock, my eternal rival. We just had a amazing match at Boxcar Slam Masters. I have that on my YouTube channel. If you would like to go see it. Hands down, one of my favorite matches already this year. I mean, we're already in March. We still got so much to go, but man, that what does Rock say? Goosebumps. That every man. I literally watched it the other day just because I just when you have the right dance partner, it works every time.
Absolutely. Well, he sounds like somebody I need to get on the show.
Please do. Please do.
Absolutely. I will definitely work on that, and
Yes,
and do me a favor and put in a good word for me with him.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh yeah.
So, if you could only be one, would you rather be great in the ring or great on the mic?
Ooh, I think about this all the time because I need to be better on the mic. Honestly, I would say on the mic. And I say that because Paul Heyman is hands down one of the best talkers to ever have a microphone in his hand. And he barely, I'm not going to say he's never been in the ring, but he's barely had any ring time. And yet he is one of the most influential men in our industry just because he has his hand with that microphone. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
In-ring
Yep.
in-ring is beautiful. Like I pride myself on my in-ring work at times, but yeah, no. Words hit a little bit better than moves can sometimes.
Absolutely. And I just threw Missy Long's comments up on the screen. She agrees that the match with TDT was incredible.
Mm-hmm. There were some people crying in the crowd. I was crying in the ring. I'm not gonna lie. That was a very emotional match. But yeah, please, that one's also on my YouTube channel too. If you haven't, if you would like to check it out.
Absolutely. So, what is your all-time favorite match as a fan? Is there a match that's just near and dear to your heart, and you find yourself kind of going back to it like comfort food?
It's between three matches. Misawa Kawada, I want to say their second meeting. Okay, so it's recent, but it's become one of my favorite matches. Well, not recent in the sense of it happening, but like I'm recently seeing it. It was a tag team match between the Hardys and the Briscoe brothers. They did a show in North Carolina. I want to say 2013, 2014 area, and that man, just from the way they worked, just from them being in ring greats alone. R.I.P. Jay Briscoe.
Such a loss. I mean, that was just
that hurt. That one hurt. But just seeing the Hardys be the Hardys and then the Briscoes, seeing those two styles clash, but at the same time, accompany and just help each other is it's one of my favorite tag team matches. And then last but not least, Katsuyori Shibata versus Kazuchika Okada in one of, if not hands down, the greatest wrestling match I've ever seen. A match that has drastically changed Shibata's life forever. That match, man, the style of ferocity and brutality that Katsuyori is bringing versus just the pure pro wrestling that Okada's trying to give, and oh my god, yes.
Absolutely, yes. Man. Can't argue that.
So good.
So, and this can be present day or past. Who would be a dream opponent? Who would Saint Julious love to have the opportunity to share a ring with?
I say it all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it until it happens. I would love to have a match with Andrew Everett.
Okay.
Love to have a match with Andrew. This is a buddy of mine. We've worked in we've trained around in the ring a little bit together. my heart needs that one-on-one.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
You know, keep,
Oh yeah.
keep claiming it. Keep claiming it. And
Yeah. Put it out there. Oh, it's happening now. Another one. I would love to have a match with WCW Rey Mysterio.
yeah, I could see that.
I would love to have a match with Baby Ray. Oh man, yeah.
You know, it's funny. When I was of the age that I could have considered going into the business, it was still very much the land of the giants. And I'm a comparatively small guy. I'm around 5'5". And but you know, with the evolution of the business, it does my heart good to see the smaller, really athletic guys going out there and tearing houses down, you know. And Rey Mysterio really, in many ways, was the guy that kind of shattered the glass ceiling for the small guys.
Yeah,
And
very much so.
you know, so yeah, I have a very soft spot in my heart for Rey Mysterio, and I always will, you know.
Love him.
And I love that guy to death. So
He's a human highlight reel, and he
oh, for sure.
God.
And even at his age, to still be doing what he does at the level that he's doing it at is just it's insane. I mean,
Whatever water he's drinking, I would like about 17 bottles, please.
absolutely. So, what is your favorite move? What is something you just really enjoy doing? And on the flip side of that, is there a move that scares you, or a move that you won't do, or you would at least rather not do? And that can be giving or receiving.
Let me see. My favorite move to do, it's my finish, the Spear of Destiny. Nice little rebound spear. I love that move. I love that move so much. It's people have told me, we're like, oh, well, that move doesn't make sense, and da 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 da. And I'm like, well, I win matches with it. It looks very nice. I don't. So,
Well,
Spear-
you know, an answer to that could be there is so much about pro wrestling that doesn't make sense. I mean, you know.
yeah, that's a whole nother conversation right there, brother. Oh man. A move that I despise taking, or wouldn't take. I'm not a fan of top rope, like I'm not necessarily a fan of like head spiking, in the sense of like kind of like Canadian destroyers, poison ranas, pile drivers, just anything where the neck is just shortly compressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but me and my love for this great business that we do and entertaining the masses, I will take the move and I'll make it look great. But will I enjoy it? Of course not. No, I'm gonna hate it the whole way through. The whole time it's happening, I hate that it's happening. But as long as it looks good and the fans are like, fine.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're for the love of the game.
Yep. You know, I've mentioned this on the show before. As a fan, a move that I always cringe when I see it being set up for, and you don't see it that much these days, and there's probably a good reason for that. But the vertebraker. That move, it just looks like there are so many ways that could go catastrophically wrong. You know, I always just get a queasy feeling when I see that being set up for. I think the last time I saw one was Cody and Logan Paul. I think Cody pulled out a vertebraker in that match.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't see it much anymore. And I mean, somebody like Cody, I would trust to do it safely, you know, but it just, I just see it and I'm just like, just nobody die. You know, that's
and it's funny you say that, because I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, like you said, I was like, I haven't seen a vertebraker in a very long time. Maybe I should start doing then 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 like you said, it's like every time I see it, it's like every time I see it, I wince. So it's like me giving it, I would wince just as hard. Like I'd probably like I drop him and then immediately forget the pin and be like, "Are you okay? Like, are you dead? Did I kill you? I didn't." But yeah, no, vertebreakers. That is 630s. 630s give me that same feeling because if you I've tried a 630 before, and luckily I had a mattress under me, so when I landed on my neck, I didn't feel it as bad. But the way I see some clips online of some wrestlers just doing it, and then they'll miss it, or and they're just eating the mat, and I'm just that yeah. But I say that as a person who does high flying things. Live by the sword, die by the sword, isn't there?
Absolutely. So, if there is a move or a technique that you currently cannot do, that if you could snap your fingers and suddenly be able to do it, what would it be?
I say this all
The
the time.
630?
No. Yes and no. Like 630s are very pretty, but like just doing them, shooting star presses. I say it all the time when I'm training the new kids or just training with some of the wrestlers around. Shooting star presses are like my kryptonite. Like I can do a lot of athletic things in that ring. A lot. Running forward while going backwards, my body just does not. I mean, I've done it. I've gotten over it like once or twice, and I've done it. But as soon as I land, I'm like, okay, I'm good. That I proved to myself that I can do it. I'm good. And so
Yeah.
if I could turn that little switch off, then I'd do them, because I have so many ideas for them, but I want to keep them in here until I'm mentally like, okay, we can do them. We're good. But for now,
Gotcha.
good.
Well,
Both feet on the ground.
As a non-wrestler, just speaking as a fan, a move that I would love to be able to do, just because I think it is one of the coolest looking moves, and to me it looks like the ultimate in cooperation with your partner / opponent, is a Spanish fly.
Ooh, Spanish flies are good.
Yeah.
Spanish flies are so good. I love those.
I mean, a well done Spanish fly is just beautiful.
Yeah, I love those.
So you've been doing this long enough that I'm sure this applies to one degree or another. So I'll ask you, what hurts right now?
Oh, everything.
Or I was gonna say, should I say what doesn't hurt?
All right. So funny enough, recently, I want to say around January, I was at a event, Fight for Glory, and I was facing Trayvon Ali, great guy, amazing competitor. We were having it was literally 2 minutes into the match. I tried to punch him. He ducked, pushed me in, gave me a good old little shoulder tackle. I'm in the corner. He gives me a Beal toss out, and I don't rotate enough, and I land right on my shoulder here. And I separated it on the spot. Like as soon as I land, I literally felt it separate. Still finished the match, which is incredibly stupid. I should have just saved myself the 7 minutes of pain, and but at the same time, I love what I do, and I cannot. It was the main event, and I cannot allow the paying people to go home not happy. So
the show must go on.
Always. So we grit our teeth and we continue out and we finish up. It was a good match. Nobody knew I was hurt until we got to the back. Like they knew something was wrong because I kept reaching for my arm, but they didn't know until we got to the back. So I was out for about 2 weeks. And in those 2 weeks, funny enough, it started to snow. And so I felt that it was a great great opportunity for me to air my frustrations. And so, me with my separated shoulder, uh, said that, oh, since I separated my shoulder, it's gonna snow some more. And luckily enough, what happened the next day, even more snow. So that cheered me up a lot. That cheered me up a lot. But luckily, I healed from that within 2 weeks. And I was back in the ring bumping. The doctors were like, "Oh, around literally around this time, in March, they were like, "Oh, you should be good to wrestle." Nope, I'm good. I wrestled had my first match back 2 weeks after, um, and shoulders still feeling. I mean, I obviously there's still tendons and things still trying to strengthen and hold, but I'm good. You know, and then and then while training the other day, training with a good friend of mine, Manny Lowe, and in the mix of training, I said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna give you a moonsault." And so I give him a moonsault, and as I come down, I've done a moonsault 1,000 times, too many times to be precise, but one of the fortunate times, like always, I smacked my toes directly into the mat. And so now I'm dealing with a nice little jam toe. So that's fun. Other than that, God, what else hurts? My knees hurt, my neck hurts, my back. God, great, feel good.
Absolutely. So, knowing everything you know at this point in your life, if you could give any advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Be patient. Understand that what you're going through now is just setting you up for greater things in the future. And don't hold your head down. Don't understand. Because I have to tell myself this every day. Don't be so focused on the current. Understand what's going on in the current, but don't be so focused on the current that you're holding yourself from your future. Yeah, yeah, that's a big one because there are times even now where I'm stuck in the moment of the current, and I forget that, hey man, you have another match tomorrow. Like you have an interview to do. You have so much other great things ahead of you. You can't let this one little hiccup bother you. You know? Yeah, younger self.
Absolutely.
You're doing good,
Yeah.
brother. You're doing good.
Yep. And we can all be our own worst enemy. If you get too much in your head and you start,
Oh yeah.
start listening to those Randy Orton voices. I mean,
Oh brother. Oh man. And, and to piggyback off that real quick, wrestling is such a mental game more than physical,
hmm
and a lot of people just see what we do and just be like, "Oh, the moves hurt. Oh man, oh the entrances are cool. Da 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 da. Yeah, yeah, yeah." The mental game of wrestling is so much harder than the matches will ever be. Sitting there constantly questioning your worth because maybe you wrestle the same way another guy wrestles, but that guy got signed or he's getting looked at more than you are. And now you're second guessing yourself. Now you're wondering, oh, well, I can do a 630. No, I can do a 630 and a springboard. All he can do is just punch and talk. Yeah, maybe they're just looking for somebody who can punch and talk today. But tomorrow, maybe they're looking for somebody who can do a springboard 630. You can't let your bitterness cloud you can't let your bitterness cloud your growth. You can't.
Absolutely.
You really cannot in this business. You can't.
And there is a lot to be said for the concept of bloom where you're planted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And oh man. Yeah, great. That was a good one. That was a really good quote.
Thank
Really
you.
good quote.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, do you have any pre-show traditions? Any things that you try to do consistently before you walk through the curtain?
I think there's a video I posted or a TikTok I posted, but before my music hits, I have to. It's almost like my switch. When my music hits, because excuse me, the opening of my song, there's a piano and this dun, 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 dun. and I was having this conversation with some of my buddies the other day, and I was like, to me, that's almost like my Austin glass shatter, like my rock. If you like,
Yeah.
when I hear the that switch hits, and I'm Saint Julious now, like.
And
Amen, hallelujah. Back away from me real quick. I'm about to do my thing. Oh God, that's the mute. And so when the song comes on, the switch hits, and then I just start dancing, and then boom, before I bust out the curtain, hey, how we? And so if you ever see me, if you're ever at a show and you hear the music, just know I'm behind the curtain dancing. So I'm dancing. Right before I come out there, I'm dancing. That's my yeah.
love
Yeah,
it. Love it.
got to.
So, just kind of a quick rundown. Tell us about your gear bag. And do you carry anything unique or unusual in your gear?
Well, luckily enough, I got my gear bag sitting right next to me. My gear bag obviously consists of two or more gears, depending. Sometimes my colors will match my opponent's colors, and unless that's a story I want to tell throughout the match, I'd like to keep us separate. I carry Uno because anybody can get this whooping. Doesn't matter who you are. If we're at a show, you'll get this whooping at some Uno. KT tape. My Lasta bands because we gotta stretch and look pretty for the fans.
Oh yeah, you got to get a little pump on.
Oh, come on now. Let's see. My two best friends and something that I'm quite happy that I'm always accredited for backstage or just in general is my smell. My two best friends, brother. Cologne and deodorant. Because some people do not understand these two. And as a pro wrestler, we're seen in a spotlight. I do not want to see green funk fumes coming from your spotlight. I it doesn't hurt to put on some deodorant and maybe a little bit of cologne. I promise you, the fans might love you even more. Well, backstage, we're gonna love you even harder, brother. I promise you. Please. Okay, sorry. I felt like I had that was like 3 years of build up. Okay.
No, I get it, man. I've told this story before, but for a number of years, several years ago, I trained in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and there was always one guy in the dojo that wouldn't wash his gi, and whew, grappling with that guy was just a horrendous experience. So yeah, I mean, all you got to do is wash your gear.
Please.
Wear a little something to smell halfway decent, and all is right in the world.
That's you. If you see me, if wrestlers, if you see me backstage and we're at a show and you need some spray, I will gladly ask the boys. I will hook you up. I will give you what you need. Why? Because I cannot have you smelling funky. You may be an amazing wrestler, but you go to hug a fan, they may not be your fan forever, and I can't let that happen to you. I can't.
No, man. So during the time you've been doing this, have you developed a favorite venue? Is there a venue that you just really love to wrestle in that is near and dear to your heart, or are they all kind of the same to you?
For me, it has to be two places. George K's. It's a ballroom, George K Ballroom here in Greensboro, North Carolina. A fantastic venue. It has a dome like setup, but it's for like Broadways or plays. It creates an echo. So when you give a good chop or just a good suplex, it echoes throughout so good. And my other one would have to be Boxcar, downtown Greensboro. We've been doing Boxcar Slam Masters. I think we're on our 22nd one coming up April 4th, I want to say. If not, forgive me. It's posted on my Instagram, but that place is so many memories. Like uh, the best way, in a funny way, the best way I could describe that place to me is kind of like, I know it's gonna sound. I know I'm gonna get some. I know I'm gonna get some. I don't care. To me, Boxcar is like almost like my ring of honor. Like that 2003. Real low light, just fantastic wrestling, but in such a close area, almost like ECW 2300 Arena.
Yeah.
But just man, that building, that energy is unmatched. I love it. I love it so much.
Got you. Got you. So, something that we've done in all of these that's just been kind of fun is we've let the current guest pose a question for the next guest.
Ooh.
And so my previous guest was actually a wrestler out of New York by the name of Phineas Sun. And the question that he posed is, for you in your wrestling career, what is the main goal?
I think my main goal is to make wrestling my just I guess my main goal with wrestling is to just be great. Just be great at it, you know? No destination per se. Like I'm not so gung ho on like, oh yeah, I gotta go to WWE. Oh, I gotta go to AEW. Oh, I gotta go to Japan. Wherever I'm allowed, well not allowed, it sounds crazy. But wherever I'm blessed enough to wrestle and I can just have a great banger, go about my day. Fans are like, wow, that was amazing. My opponent was like, yeah, man, that was a great match, like as just putting on great. That's all I ever want to do. Literally, that's all my wrestling ever just wants to be. It's just great,
I feel you, man. I feel you. So since this is part of a series, do you have a question you would like to ask to the next guest?
Yeah.
What you got?
How is your wrestling different than everyone else's?
I like that question a lot. How would you answer that?
Me personally, I try to bring things you haven't seen before, and I say it all the time. Like I said it earlier. How can we reinvent the wheel in a way that you haven't seen before? Like granted, yeah, you've seen somebody grab a hold and put them in a headlock. Cool. But what if I can do a backflip and grab a hold in that same manner? You know what I'm saying? Like it sounds redundant, but at the same time, it's something you haven't seen. It's something fresh, and then too, I try to incorporate my earlier upbringing, gymnastics, parkour. I try to move around in the ring. That was a tongue twister. I try to move around in the ring in a way that is quote unquote unorthodox. Just take what everybody's doing and then say, why aren't they doing it like this? And that's my wrestling.
I like it. So during his retirement tour, John Cena kept bringing up the concept of leaving wrestling better than he found it. And I really dug that whole idea. And I've sort of incorporated that into my repertoire of questions here. And so I'll ask, what specifically are you doing to try ultimately win someday? You've wrestled your last match. What are you doing to try to make a difference in this business and leave it better than you found it?
I'm so glad you asked this question. Was doing actually I've been it's almost kind of my wrestling goal too, in a sense, is to leave the business better than how I came in. At Firestar, we have new graduates. We have new students who come through, and a lot of them just have so many questions and just want to be just I see a lot of myself in you know the new kids, and so I'm like, oh man, what do you want to do? And everybody always asks me for, um, hey, can you teach me how to springboard? Hey, can you teach me how to do a backflip? Hey, can you teach me how to da 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 da? And so I'm almost being as young as I am in my career, only on my third year. I'm already stepping into kind of like the teacher role.
Hmm.
I'm helping. Ah, man, and that's just such a big thing. Like, why do I have to hold back? Like, granted, I understand that wrestling is a competition at the end of the day. Like, we're all there's only but so many spots to be filled. That only, it's either me or you at the end of the day. I understand that, but if I can help you fix your craft by even just a footstep, what's the harm in that? And two, why do I have to feel so threatened that I can't help you of yourself? Why? Because then, oh, you're gonna do better than me, then that speaks to me. I need to step up then. That mm, that never sat that never sits with me. That people like to hoard information and oh well, oh, that's God forbid, brother. God forbid you have an accident and you can't wrestle anymore. Where's that information going? Oh, okay, okay.
Exactly.
And
And,
so,
like you were saying, so many people are so afraid of losing their spot by helping somebody else. And there's,
just do better.
God's got all this, man.
You know, and like if you're in a top spot, you're in a top spot for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
why can't you, as a top guy who understands the position that you're like, you being a top guy, like, you understand wrestling, you understand your position, you know what you're doing. Why can't you help the undercard, or the new guys just trying to break in? Why can't you help them? Hey, fix your footwork. Hey, maybe slow down in places where you like to speed up. What is so hard about that? As opposed to, it was cool. No, it was, yeah, no, you could do better. How can I do better? Like, I mean, and then too, some people can't take, or some people can't. When you give advice, some people take it as criticism, and then they're like, oh, it didn't come off the right way, tone, blah 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 blah. Yo, my coach, my coach, love LeBron. LeBron will straight up tell me, hey, that sucked. Hey, whatever you're doing, don't do it anymore. That looks horrible. So what? I'm supposed to get upset? Oh no, man has years of experience.
Yep.
He's been told that exact same thing, and he's a better wrestler for it now. So why can't I hold and become a better wrestler? Oh man, it's another.
Exactly. You gotta take constructive criticism and know that the key word is constructive.
Constructive. That's it. That is it, man. Oh man, people take. I get it. I get it. But just, if you want to be better, prove the criticism wrong. That's always been my biggest like motivating factor for everything. If people aren't talking about you, or if people aren't, if you want more buzz and people aren't, or people are like, oh man, they say I can't do this, I can't do that, fix it.
Yep.
I felt like I felt like my stuff was a little stale, and so I didn't complain. I didn't be like, oh man, nobody's popping for my stuff anymore, man. Nobody. No, I fixed it. I I'm like, okay, what can I do better? Yeah, that was kind of crappy. How can I switch it up? Now I'm not even the same wrestler that I was last year.
Absolutely. So we're getting toward the end of things now. So do you have any upcoming shows or anything at all that you'd like to give some hype to?
Yes, I would actually. I am debuting at Universal Championship Wrestling. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me make sure I'm getting that nice and proper. Yes, I am debuting this Saturday at the Anderson Mall at Anderson, South Carolina. Universal Championship Wrestling presents Extreme Spring Stampede. I will be making my debut. And then this Sunday in Roanoke Rapids, we are having Carolina Slam Jam. Yeah.
Nice.
That's right.
Nice. Well, as far as what we've got coming up on the Throwdown,
Talk about it.
this Wednesday, the 11th, 7 p.m. Eastern, we've got a rescheduled episode 206. I know the graphic says March 4th. That was when it was originally going to be, and we had a bit of a scheduling snafu, so we ended up having to move it. But so rescheduled episode 206 on Wednesday, the 11th, this Wednesday. And our guest is a New York, New Jersey-based wrestler and semi-retired dancer, Mr. Show Up and Show Out, Benny Blanco.
Love that.
And then next Monday, the 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern, we've got episode 209, and our guest is a Texas-based wrestler out of the San Antonio area, Mr. Darren Hale. And before we wrap all of this up, how much of a hurry are you in?
No, I'm good. No, I got time.
Okay. Well, I would like to do a quick run through the card for AEW Revolution and get your prediction. You up for
let's
it?
do it. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to have to scroll back through this. I was scrolling through it earlier and I didn't take it back to the beginning. So anyway, this Sunday, the 15th, actually the Ides of March, interestingly enough, AEW Revolution. And it looks like a pretty good card on paper. They haven't released the match order that I'm aware of, so I just kind of threw it into an order that seemed logical to me.
Gotcha.
So we'll start off with a women's match, Toni Storm versus Marina Shafir. The stipulation is everyone's banned from ringside. Who you got?
Oh man, Marina's been kind of going. She's been showing. I'm gonna have to go Marina.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's it's gonna be a good match.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm like you. I think Marina will probably benefit the most at this point. Toni Storm has been doing such great work that she's essentially bulletproof at this point. So I mean,
literally,
you know, I mean, wins or losses for her don't really matter as much. And I think I agree with you. I think Marina could really benefit from this. So then we've got the AEW World Trios title. We've got the Don Callis family versus Mystico and Jet Speed.
Oh yeah! Shout out Speedball and Jet.
You know, little point of interest. Kevin Knight actually, you know, I mean, this was years and years after I was there, but Kevin Knight graduated from my high school.
Did he?
He did.
Wow.
I was there a long time before he was, but.
Wow, wrestling is a full circle. Wrestling is
it is
so crazy.
It is.
I'm gonna have to go. Let's see, I'm gonna have to go Mystico and Jet Speed.
Yeah, I'm actually going the opposite. I'm actually saying the Callis family, and my reason for that is it looks like Kevin Knight may be flirting with a heel turn and potential alliance with Swerve Strickland. So I think we may see a Kevin Knight heel turn in the match.
Oh wow! I didn't even. Okay. I haven't been like we were saying earlier. So much wrestling. I haven't been up on it. Wow. Okay.
I know. I just happened to have actually watched a little bit of AEW with attention last week, and I was like, huh, interesting. They're doing some good stuff with Mr. Knight there.
Oh wow. Okay. Ooh.
Bandito and Andrade. Ooh. Who you got?
Oh man, it's gonna be a good one. I love
yeah, it is. I call this fun lucha goodness.
Oh yeah. I want to see Andrade win, but I feel like Bandito might get the win.
Yeah, I mean, this one I could see going either way. I'm gonna go with Andrade by shenanigans. Yeah.
Ooh, Shanae. Ah, that's right. He is Don Callis' family, isn't he?
Yep, he is.
You know what? I like that shenanigans. Yeah. Let's go with Andrade. Let's go with Andrade.
Swerve and Brody King. This is going to be fun.
Oof. Oof. Ooh. Now I have been paying attention to Big Brother Swerve. I have been paying attention to Swerve. And
Love me some Swerve, man.
Oh man, he's another one that I will be honored to step in the ring with, no matter the circumstance. Man, I kind of want to go for Swerve because he's got the whole, heel turn going on.
Yep.
But I know Brody could use a good, win.
Yeah. And Swerve's another one of these people that's kind of bulletproof too.
Yeah, bulletproof.
You know?
Yeah, man. He can literally lose this match and then be a contender for the world title. Nobody will say anything.
Yep. It's funny. During the time that it was on, I was in kind of a lull with my wrestling fandom. So lately, I've been going down the Lucha Underground rabbit hole and seeing old Killshot, man, early Swerve, man. Oh man, love that stuff.
What a monster! He just grew his hair longer and just got bigger. He's
he's great.
He's amazing. Let's go with Brody on this one.
Okay. I can't argue that.
Oh,
women's title, 2 out of 3 falls, Statlander and Tekla. I mean, I feel like they're going to put the belt back on Stat.
Dude, see, and then I was thinking that because Tekla's run hasn't been that fruitful. If the she's been champion, but it's not saying it's been mediocre, but it's just
it hasn't gained traction.
Yeah. Like when she was she's an amazing wrestler. And especially her work in Japan is incredible. And I'm wondering if that was they saw how good she was and how she carried the title in Japan, and so when they gave it to her, they were like, can you give us that same magic? But it's not really hitting that great. So maybe we give it back to Stat.
Continental title, no time limit, Mox and Takeshita. Oh man, this is gonna be.
I don't care. I don't care. Oh man, I do not care. I know it's gonna be so good. God,
I mean, man. 2 guys that just are literally at the height of their powers.
Just Batman and Superman just peak, just going at it. God, I think we're gonna give it to Keshta. I think he's gonna do it.
I agree. Because I think it makes the most sense to have him win to sort of continue down the road to the showdown with Okada.
We need to. Yeah, we need that run back.
Yep.
Ooh.
FTR and the Young Bucks for the tag titles.
I'm gonna go FTR with Stokely shenanigans.
Yeah, same here. FTR retains. A match that I'm looking forward to down the road. That they've actually done a bit of work together recently, but I want to see the Bucks have a match with the Rascals.
Ooh, wow, yeah. Wow, yeah. That'll be really all over the place. But
that'll
in a good way,
for sure. And then MJF and Hangman Page, Texas Death Match.
I'm gonna give it to MJF.
Same here. Because I mean, with the work that MJF has been doing recently, it's hard to bet against him. And I feel like a win here will also prove that he can compete in virtually any type of match and shine.
Oh yeah, he's
So,
his game is evolved so.
whoops,
Oh, you lose me.
lost the video.
Oh, I blame MJF.
Hey, why not? There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I blame MJF.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll agree with you on the evolution that MJF has had. I mean,
Incredible.
he came into AEW just otherworldly on the mic and a solid worker, but he has put in the work to improve his in-ring product to where, I mean, really his in-ring and his on mic are on the same level now. And,
Yeah.
I mean, he's really an inspiration just for work ethic and everything else. So
It's truly somebody you need to study. Truly.
for sure. Well, my friend, this has been an amazing time. So thank you for coming on the show, man. And
Thank you for having me.
consider yourself part of the Throwdown family, man. And you've got a standing invitation to come back anytime you want.
Oh,
If you got something to say, give me a holler, and we'll definitely get you back on.
Sounds
And
good.
for those of you that have been watching this live, thank you. For those of you that'll be seeing this on replays and such, thank you for that. If you like what we've got going here, definitely do the old like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until Wednesday night at 7 p.m. with Mr. Benny Blanco, be good to each other, love each other, and let's keep throwing down.
Amen.
Goodbye. Mwah, and good night, bang.
Thanks for listening to episode 208 of The Throwdown. Julius and I had a great time together, and I especially enjoyed talking with him about the origins of his fandom and the evolution of his in-ring persona. As for what's coming, tomorrow, Wednesday, March 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be live with a rescheduled episode 206 with our guest, New York, New Jersey-based wrestler Benny Blanco. Next Monday, March 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern, we will be live with episode 209 with Texas-based wrestler and one half of The Chosen, Darren Hale. Be sure to make plans to join us live on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter/X, Facebook, and Twitch and interact. If you can't make it live, the videos will be available on those platforms and the podcast will be available within a few days afterward. As always, if you like what we have going here, spread the word, follow me on my socials, leave comments, and maybe even drop us a review. Any or all of that will help us to continue to grow. Have a great rest of the week, and keep throwing down.